Once Upon a Mama. I'm your host, Molly Ann Luna. Each week we call my mom, the original mom, Barb Ripley, to talk about ways of navigating motherhood at different ages and different stages. Because after all, once a mama, always a mama.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Molly.
What have you been up to today?
Let me tell you what I've been up to today. I've been trying to be a good grandma to this puppy of yours. And so, he's a white dog. And I thought, well, he got a little dirty. I'm going to clean him up. And I go and get this bath ready. And I think, this is a really good dog. The other dog runs away. And so I get him in the tub and I'm scrubbing him. And then all of a sudden he decides he has to go poo-poo in the bathtub.
No.
Yeah.
Mom, he's never done that before. He pooped in the tub?
He did. And he's a very furry white dog. So it was quite a mess. So I'm a little behind on my things today, but
you're not sending him back to LA, are you?
Oh, he's pretty cute. You should see him. He's just laying here by me he even let me dry him with the hair dryer. And I kind of trimmed him a little bit. I don't know if you ever do that, but I kind of cut him. Yeah. But yeah, I felt bad for him, but I had to send him out in 18-degree weather because I thought he was needing to finish pooping.
Like mid-bath? Like he was soaking wet?
Yeah. And so he shook and I sent him out and then he came back as a popsicle and he never went potty. A popsicle. Yeah. Oh. And I know that happens with mommies and babies, but I'm much more of a baby person than a dog person. So I can handle babies doing that. But I was like,
oh, girlfriend, we can talk about poop stories for days. Okay, so that's why, Dexter's my babe. He was my babe before my actual human baby, Ahana. Mm-hmm. And it's just, it becomes so much when you become a mom. I never thought I would be somebody that was like, hey, I need to find a new home for my dog because doing the apartment living in Los Angeles with a babe and another dog, it just is not working out. But you know what? I had a similar run-in not that long ago with Ahana of just plopping her in the bathtub, getting her all sudsed up, washed up. And then I was like, okay, baby girl, I'm just going to sit here and let you play for as long as you want. And I'm thinking, she'll just play for 5 or 10 minutes and then get her out. We'll move on to No, she takes a big old poop in the tub. And I'm doing my makeup or whatever, nearby, looking in the mirror. And I look over and she's I think it's hilarious. Now she's bobbing for apples type,
oh no,
trying to grasp them. And you bought her these little bath toy cups. And she's trying to poop with the
oh, you got to get her out of there fast.
Yeah, I know. I'm oh my God, well, I was a mess. Honestly though, if I'm being honest, I wasn't fully dressed. I had gotten out of the shower myself and I have a bra on. I'm just putting makeup on and have a toothbrush out of my mouth. And I'm screaming for Javon because I'm what do I even do? And so Javon comes running in and he's don't worry about it. He's I'll handle it. But I had to take her out of the bath. And then thankfully he's here to help, but strain the poop, but then we have to scrub the tub. And then we have to give her another bath. But while she's out of the bathtub, she pees all over herself and all over the floor. And so I swear that morning, the reason why she was even in the bathtub initially was because I gave her oatmeal and she decided to make an oatmeal facial / hair mask. And so I swear we went through 3 outfits and 2 baths and a pile of laundry and a tub scrubbing. It was the worst.
You're not the only one. I went through it with you guys. I went through it with Dinker kids. I know.
Never pooped in the tub.
Well, I don't know if it was you or your sister. You were both in the tub, and it was a long time ago. I can't remember, but I know Megan.
To me, I would never.
I would never. Your sister, she's having that with her kids, and again, she's okay, all right, now I can do this. I can do this when my husband's not here. He's here, but I can do it without him. And then she decided, wait a minute. He can help. And so she ended up transporting them to the shower and they had, I think they had an accident too after she got them clean.
And that's so funny because Megan, my sister, she's such a germaphobe. So I bet she was Maybe
I don't know.
motherhood's calmed her down, but
Oh, it's happened to her before, but it was just the thought of like, I have help here, but I usually have to do it by myself. Should I call in the reinforcements? And so she did, but it's worse when you have two kids in there, then you're like, oh, I got to start all over. But yeah, the dog thing, not a big dog fan anyway, but I am falling in love with this little guy. I tell you, he's pretty sweet. I keep looking at him because I'm trying to get him to come up here, but he won't.
He's a Woody. He's a poodle.
Woody.
He is the sweetest. And like part of me misses him deeply, but the other part of me is like, I know he's happier having more space in a yard. And I was like seeing your Snapchats of like, he gets to run around off leash a bit in the front yard.
Oh yeah. He's so good. Now our other dog, there's no way if we let him out, he would take off. And we raised him and you raised this one. So good job, Mom.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And when I got up this morning, Phil had gone to work and he left a poodle doodle in the house. So I think he's got a little soft spot for him because he knows he's a California dog and we live in Iowa. So I think he's like, oh, because, he can be trusted in here. He's fine.
Yeah. Mr. Poo Poo.
But I even I don't know if you're supposed to, but I cut his beard and stuff a little bit. Because it's just, I don't like white dogs with the yucky looking.
I know. I thought about getting him like all groomed up before sending him out. And then in my mind, it was like, since I'm sending him from Los Angeles to Iowa, I thought,
he was clean.
Amazing. Like he's going to need all the fur on his body he can get.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. But he needs a little trim up.
Yeah. Well, his little mouth just gets so dirty, but he's sweet. I'm enjoying him a lot, and I never thought I would. We talked about him last night because we went to supper with your brother. He took us out to Berners, and he's like, well, how's the dog doing? And we decided that if he was out at their house, he'd be full of cockaburs, and he'd be a mess. So
yeah, well, I'm, like you being so far away, and it would be nice to have you here to help with Ahana, but I so appreciate you for like.
You want to trade babes for dog?
I'll keep the human baby. She's so fun.
No, Mom, I do better with humans.
What's that?
I do better with human babies.
I know you do. You do. I'm really impressed with you for like stepping into the dog mom grandma mode as well. Like,
I know they both.
My child itself is like, why couldn't our dog ever be in the house?
I know it's. I'm still germy about it. It's like, but last night they both jumped on me. And they're both trying to climb on me, and we don't let dogs up on the furniture and stuff. So Philip gets up and takes a video or a snap or something, and I don't know who he sent it to. Can you believe your mom has these two dogs on her lap? And yeah, I'm a changing girl, I guess. We change every day, but
yeah, we do.
Somebody's got to go scrub that tub, so you better get yourself out here.
Seriously, no joke. Like, I didn't know that motherhood was going to be such a mess. Like,
where were you all through your childhood?
Through my childhood, I guess I was probably the one making the mess, but
no, all the daycare kids. Oh my gosh, there was messes everywhere.
It's
one of those things.
Growing up in a daycare, it should
yeah.
Me, but
I think you just were like, nah, not my deal.
It wasn't my responsibility. I didn't have to do it because they weren't my kids and I wasn't the one getting paid to sit them. So now I'm like, everything's a mess. Oh, especially those first few months. Oh my gosh. It was like, speaking of a poop story, one of the first times
Once upon a poop story
that Babes and I and Javon left the house, like she was an itty bitty babe, and we'd left the house and I didn't bring diapers with me. And I was like, oh no, like she'd had a blowout in her diaper. And so we pulled over outside of like a CVS or whatever. And I was like, she can't sit in this. Like, we have to go in and get diapers. And as I was like taking her, I was thinking like, oh, I'll just take off her diaper so she's not sitting in it. And it'll just be like a moment if she pees on me, like whatever, like she's already vomited and all that other stuff already. I have another poop story after this that you remember from the first few days. We'll get to that in a second. Some weirdness. But so Javon's inside in CVS, like getting diapers or whatever. And then she has like another explosion. And I just happened to have a paper cup in the car.
Oh, like, no, you didn't.
No, it was a bowl. That's what it was. It was a paper bowl. And so like I am sitting her little baby body inside of this paper bowl. And like, it's just filling up with that like like that newborn.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the one when we were at your house right after she was born.
That's what I was going to say.
You were insane. I'm like, Molly, let me wipe this up. Okay, Molly's laying there. She's doing bonding with the baby.
We have to tell this story though, because I know you think I was insane, but like, here's the deal. Like,
she's insane.
As a new mama, like, it was really important to me to give birth naturally, to do no drugs. Like, I really, like, I don't know why. I just wanted to, like, there's something like very.
Cheers.
Oh, is that a smoothie? Oh, that's a smoothie.
It's just water.
But so for me, giving birth, it was like this sacred ritual that was going to take place, this like divinely spiritual experience. And I didn't want to be medicated. I wanted to have all of the roller coaster ride, because I knew that afterwards, like, as much discomfort as there would be, I wanted the endorphin rush afterwards. Right. And then something happened to me, like, because I did give birth naturally and like I refused to take any pain medication. I think I did like one ibuprofen like the next day or something, but I like became super primal, like cave woman style.
Yeah. I've never seen anything like it in my life, especially coming from you.
I know. Now, like, me and my like, oh my gosh, I have to go get a new manicure today type persona.
I had forgotten all about that moment until just now. Oh,
yeah. So this
okay. So get this. So she's laying on the bed doing skin to skin with this beautiful
this
little
is like the
tiny
first day of bringing her home.
First day of bringing her home. And she's just laying there all enjoying it. She's loving the baby's happy, loving it.
Naked.
Yeah, she's got it, she's got a little purple blanket over her because we're in there visiting her with her. All of a sudden, the baby lets out this green goo that goes on and on and on. And that nut says, oh, it's fine. Just leave. Because I'm like, okay, we got to wipe it up. We got to get her cleaned up. We got to get you cleaned up. No, it's fine. It was drying. She's laying there and they're both just still perfectly happy. And I'm, as you know, I have to clean the dishes up right away after supper. I'm like, okay, you're fine. Okay. It was the biggest mess I'd ever seen in my life.
It was like I turned my bedroom into like a cave, and it was like a cave woman moment of like, don't touch my baby. Like, like, it's okay that she pooped all over my whole body.
Oh my gosh. I think you said something like, she just must have needed that or something like that. Like she needed that, like, to release it.
Right, because it was
calming
the poop that newborns get when they're just coming out because of the continuous like drinking of the amniotic fluid, and like is it called meconium or something? I think it's called. And so it's like that really like sticky black green type of.
That's not what it was though.
But it was just right after she'd been born, so it was something that was in her digestive tract before breastfeeding, and
it was something.
Well, yeah, because I do love to study the chakras and talk about chakra balancing and like the root chakra. That's your family tie and feeling safe and comfortable. And a lot of times when we have digestive issues, it's because something's going on or there's an off balance within our spiritual entity, our body, or especially our root chakra. And so, I must have said something like,
hey, come here.
She must have needed that connection to be able to release.
Okay. Can you ask him what his problem is then?
Dexter, I think I'm going to say my intuition, hi poodle. My intuition is telling me that because he just moved to your house and you did already have another dog, he's like finding his place. I guess, like finding his domain. Like, is he going to be the alpha of the house, or is he going to give it over to Bo, your other dog?
Well, I don't know, but something scared the poo out of him. I can tell you that.
It scared the poo out of him. Oh,
gosh. Do you miss your mama? Huh?
Oh my gosh,
he's such a good boy.
Oh my gosh, I didn't think I had any poo stories, but I think I have.
Oh my gosh, and we were driving across Iowa. We were driving across Iowa, bringing you home for like the first time. And we stopped at a little rest stop on I-80, and because there's, rest stops on the interstate. And we ran into these people that we knew from my hometown, from my childhood. So I wanted to show them off. I wanted to show off my baby. You had it up one side and down the other. Oh my gosh. That was the worst you'd ever done to me. And I don't know if you saw your cousin Snapchat the other day. Oh, it was probably like a month or so ago, but her little baby's in the high chair and this green, looks like peas, is like dropping from the high chair. She goes, is this normal? And the poop was just coming out of her diaper. So yes, being a mom, you got to deal with poop. It's a true story.
Poop and vomit. I did a Facebook Live shortly after Babes was born. And I was like, yeah, like here's like the real ins and out of motherhood. Like I didn't expect this.
You put it in and out it comes.
No, and then as soon as I said, and like this is real life motherhood, perfectly cued, she like barfs all over me.
Oh, I think I remember that.
Oh my gosh. The joys of motherhood.
Motherhood. Yeah. And grandmotherhood. Right, puppy?
So grab the Clorox, grab the extra diapers. Get ready. Grab your rubber gloves and get ready for the world.
Yeah. Baby poop isn't near as bad as dog poop, though.
Oh, I'm sorry you had to deal with that. All right, girlfriend. I think we gotta go get some scrub-a-dub.
I know. I gotta go get some stuff done. But yeah, it was good talking to you. I just had to share my grandma story with you. Look how clean he is, though. He's so happy. Yeah. He looks good. All right. Well, have a great day.
All right. Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to today's episode. Be sure to head to mindfulmamas.tv to join the conversation. Also, join the Mindful Mamas community, a place for love-centered mamas to connect and share and grow, helping one another create happier, healthier, and wealthier lives for themselves and their little ones.